Hey, this is BugPowderDust. Thank you once again for joining me for another episode of Distinctly Average, but this time it's the Armoured Warfare version. For those of you who don't know, I ran Distinctly Average, a kind of on and off series with World of Tanks footage, where I was distinctly average basically. So here we are in Armoured Warfare, we're on Ghostfield, and I'm in the RDF LT, which I really do enjoy playing. So on this map, especially if we start on this side, I have a nice spot to go to, which is in the E7 area. And I let them know that I'm going to be going there and spotting the B4 and B5 area. So I let the guys know that. If they want to make use of that information, they can. They don't have to, of course. So off we go. It's game on. Now it's a mostly tier 6 game. Each side has some tier 7s. The other team have 2 tier 7s, we have 1 tier 7. We have 3 tier 5s and they have 4 tier 5s. So it's kind of balanced out. They've got a little bit more top heavy than we have. Seems to me we've got maybe 1 or 2 more MBTs. We certainly have an MBT platoon. 2 MBT, well, 1 MBT platoon and a half. Anyway, so this is the spot I'm talking about. It's a nice little spot here. You have to be a little bit careful. Now we fired off a illumination round. So I'm kind of banking on the fact that BMP wouldn't be able to spot me. So getting a quick shot. Now it's not me that spotted that BMP, which is interesting. It's probably the illumination round, but that's cool. So off to a decent start.
Identify.
A little bit too quick for me to do anything about, as they're tier 7. Now sometimes you can catch tanks unaware at this spot, especially if you've got really good spotting range. Now I think mine is about 500 meters or 490. So I see some shooting coming from here and I'm thinking, is he firing at me, or is actually I'm not spotted? But I'll put it around. He's probably firing at tanks going up behind me. So far so good. These rounds do move with frightening speed. So I have actually spotted one there, T-72. Yeah, a little bit unlucky, but they got good armour. So I have been spotted. I'm thinking maybe my luck is running out here. There seems to be a lot of people with me, and more importantly, the people behind me, which means that even if I'm not spotted and they are, then this RDF behind me, for instance, although he might not be spotted right now, if he does get spotted, they're going to shoot him and maybe hit me. So getting a little bit twitchy at this point, thinking this might not be such a good idea anymore. But it's mainly me doing the spotting here, I think. They've got 2 MBTs and an RDF behind me, so unless he's got amazing view range, it should be me doing the spotting. But I'll move forward a little bit, because I don't think I got a bead on the person who actually fired.
Identify.
Oh. So I get spotted and hit by a stingray, which I haven't seen. So time for me to get out of there. It's getting far too crowded, and I've noticed in the south that we may have a problem. So I decided to move. Certainly got plenty of tanks in the space that I was in. So a bit of a slow start for me. I haven't really done a great deal. I've done a little bit of damage to a BMP2, but I'm a bit concerned about the south, as I said, because they aren't really making a push. They've only got 1 Challenger 1 there, only got 1 MBT to try and hold these guys up. And in fairness to the Challenger, he did hang in there and try and make a go of it. So I can't really move any further forward than this, because although the Challenger is there, I can't go head to head with these guys. And they've got more guns than we have. So I don't like not helping out directly, but I'll probably be more effective back here, because they're trying to flank the Challenger. So I feel I'm more use here looking after him. And currently they're not looking at me. So the ridiculously excellent reload speed of 3.06 seconds helps to make short work of that the XM1 that came up to try and flank the Challenger. Challenger's hanging in there doing a really good job, but it was never going to work because he had 2 tanks to his right, so poor guy. He couldn't do much about that, but fair play to him. He did what he could, and he did slow them up. In the meantime, behind me we've now got some reinforcements. Actually, some team looking at the mini-map, which is nice. So I back out of there, get a little bit of friendly damage, unfortunately, but it's not too bad. He did slightly more to me than I did to him. So we can hear the capture warning going off. I don't want to edge too far forward, but as it turns out, this tank is only crossing through the circle. T-72A. I think it was T-72A that I bounced earlier. May have been the other one, which is now dead. Anyway, so I'm trying to get a bead on this Centauros. Trying to be it's actually quite difficult. Because I'm on this little, you can see there as I go over it, bounces the vehicle about. But I managed to kill the Centauro 120, which is good. It's a tier 7 kill, which is nice to take one of those out. However, I get a bit frustrated at this point because they've only got, what, 1 MBT there, and there's so many of us. It's like, why don't we rush him? So I'm suggesting in chat, they got 1 MBT. So let's, come on guys, let's push it. So finally, everyone grows a pair and moves in. I mean, I could have rushed down, but I found with bitter experience that I could go in, and it doesn't, and no one else follows me, so I just die needlessly. I mean, the 6v6 hit points is not a great deal. Anyway, danger's not over yet. I see that we've got, while we were distracted in the south, they managed to push around in the north, and that Leo 2 probably is not going to last very long. He's got a lot of people swarming from different sides, so his frontal armour's not going to help him. So I try and push up now to see what assistance I can lend, but again I've got to be careful. I'm a 1, maybe 2 shot for most of the tanks there. This VBL has spotted me, which is frustrating. VBL is small, hard to hit, and they've got great view range. So, going to err on the side of caution. Just going to move and just try and put myself in a better position here. I think I changed my mind. I was going to go down and round, but I changed my mind and I decided actually coming straight up is probably a good idea. Oh, that's right. I think at this point I backed off because the Leo 2 AV went south, and I thought, well, I can't stay here on my own. And all the MBTs to the south had just gone off to the west, which I found a little bit surprising. I was hoping they would come back up. But the Leo 2 AV did come back up, so that's good. So I'm going to back him up. Now, I don't quite have the gun depression now. I'm on a bad piece of the terrain, so I try and move to try and help out this Leo 2. And I've got VBL behind now, which is worrying. So I've got to deal with that guy first, because he's going to make mincemeat of our artillery. Managed to get one hit in. Come on. Managed to hit his wheel. So I don't want him to build up too much speed, otherwise he'd be a nightmare to hit. So having done that, I kind of move to shake off my spots, turn around, hope the Leo 2 is surviving, which he is. I think he's using his hull down pretty well on the curve of the slope here. And I'm making a real meal of this. Trying to stay in the bushes, not to get spotted. So where are they going to appear? In the meantime, our tanks are just going for the cap, which I found a little bit disappointing at this point. I appreciate it puts on pressure, but splitting up like this is probably not a great idea. Anyway, so the Leo 2 is going in, he's doing spotting. I managed to get some hits here. That RDF is... I don't quite know what the RDF was doing there, but staying still, and then artillery took him out. Now, there's only one tank left on the east flank here, so we're going to push up and support the Leo. Using the speed to try and catch up with him. So pushing up, where's he gone? Down there. So down the slope, but the Leo knows what he's doing, fires on the move, takes out the BMP. And there's a Leo 2 on the enemy team down in F4 somewhere, so this would be a good opportunity to spot from here, maybe get a sneaky shot in or two. Perfect, side of the tank. Let's aim for the engine compartment, see if we can get a... Yeah, he stopped, wasn't expected to stop quite so abruptly. No such luck with getting a fire. Okay, push down. In retrospect, I should have stayed where I was, but I was expecting him to stay behind the building. So I go off the slope, and it's a little bit steeper than I thought, and I do an amazing 292 damage to myself, which really is stupid. And that's going to come back and haunt me, so let's just keep watching. So there's a Stingray left, and this guy is actually quite a good player by the looks of it, because he's got 2 tanks hunting him, and you think this would be all over bar the shouting. So I'm just going to move up and see if I can maybe get some damage in. I'm thinking, nah, this is going to be over soon. So push, push, push. So Stingray's leading everybody a merry dance. I decided to change my angle of attack and try and take him perhaps from behind, if you excuse the expression. Maybe from the south there. But, nope, couldn't get hit, but now I'm spotted, but that's okay. He's not pushing out. So artillery shaves a little bit of health off. So push up and over. And this wasn't really what I was expecting. I wasn't expecting it suddenly to be just me versus him if I come up from behind with only one MBT up the front there. So pushing up, pushing up. Has he seen me? Hopefully he hasn't. Oh, he's come back this way. So I get hit on him, but he hits me back. Now I think if I hadn't taken that environment damage, I may have survived that. So I don't honestly know what damage a Stingray does, but I think I may have survived it if I hadn't lost that 229 to the to falling off the hill. But there we go. So it came as a bit of a surprise for me to see, even on a standard account, because I'm not playing premium at the moment due to lack of time, that I actually managed to get so much money and experience. It was a ×2, but I realised that, oh, I've actually come first. That's quite unusual for me to actually come top of the tree, but clearly I did something right. It's probably spotting damage, but yeah, top of the tree and earned a buttload of money. Would have been even more had I had premium. Okay, and on to the next battle. We're in the BMD-1. I really like this tank. It's the only tank that I've actually hardened. You just get some tanks, and I think this is one of them for me. It's quite a punchy little tank. It's fast, it can relocate quickly. It's got a nice gun. It's only got heat. There's no armor piercing. But at tier 4 doesn't prove to be too much of a problem really. And also if you're facing MBTs, you can use your ATGMs. So let's push up. I see I've got a fair amount of tanks moving south, which is good. So I'm going to push out and flank and use my vision range to my effect. Now, I haven't played enough games really on this map to know how far I should push forward, so I'm going to have to play this a little bit by ear. Got a good view range, which should buy me a little bit of leeway. So push up. Now I don't know how concealing these not palm fronds, but these kind of fern things are, so I'm a little bit cautious. So got the BGLT Panzer 57 to my right. He's covering and he's got a decent view range as well. My view range is probably a little bit better, being an AFV rather than a light tank. So I'm going to push up past these two, what are they, mining rigs? Oil rigs? Whatever they are. Let's push up past these things, whatever they are. Taking on water, but only just so by duking backwards and forwards. Oh look, there's some fish. I can kind of stop that from happening. So I'm thinking maybe I can get some flank shots on the T-64 up there. No, it looks like our guys have got it covered, so I'm going to push up to the next bit. I don't know what's up here. Maybe nothing. Maybe their team has derped out and all lemming to north, but oh, maybe not. There's an RDF. Okay, that's cool. RDF, lightly armoured, so my my heat rounds can do some nice things there. Let's try and keep them spotted for my team. Don't quite have the gun depression. Smack a shot in. It's not moving fast enough, so maybe I'll get another one. Sweet. Now bearing in mind this is a tier 6 vehicle. That's pretty nice. T-64, got a heat rounds, going to have trouble penetrating at this range. And I've been spotted. Don't know what by. Probably the BMD. So let's move on rounds. Let me get some flanking shots in. Hopefully they're concentrating on the BGLT. BMD's disappeared. Where's he gone? Try and concentrate on the RDF. Oh, just 7 hit points short of a killing round, but he gets finished off by the Typhoon. Up to my right hand side. So let's push up, keep on pushing, no point sitting back. I don't think T-69 will be able to spot me. Excuse me, got a lump in my throat. So let's try and find the BMD. Hopefully he'll be busy. No, he's not busy, he's facing me. So I managed to get in a killing blow. But I am spotted, so I need to keep moving. And as you can see there, I avoided a shot from the T-64. So I managed to immobilise him. It wasn't quite what I had in mind. But I mark him up, keeps him lit up, and I realise that I need to switch to either to high explosive or to my anti-tank missiles. So the HE is kind of doing alright. I think really I should have switched to my ATGMs a little bit earlier, but I do that now. So they're getting ready. Bad time really, because he's starting to move quite quickly. And it bounces off him, which is frustrating. Because the pen on the ATGMs is pretty impressive, but just wasn't to be that time. So I stay with ATGMs, and he gets joined by an RDF. Inching forward to see what I can light up. Oh, there's a chieftain. It's come to join the battle. So, fired off HE. Again, I should have stuck with ATGMs. I don't like them very much, and I think I have to get over my prejudice, because they can be very effective in the right hands. Clearly mine aren't those. Anyway, so bang, put one into the chieftain, I get spotted, time to get out. I guess it's the RDF that's spotting me to my north that I can't see. So push forward, chieftain's still sat up there, thinking he's super safe. Let's fire and keep it on track. Boom, excellent, another hit. Take out his turret by the looks of it. Going for the reload. I keep my... now, if you look at the mini-map, there's an RDF closing in, and now I don't spot that until now, and that's way too late. Anyway, so I see the RDF now. Let's move forward, see if I can get a sneaky shot on him. Can. But, to be honest, I know I'm doomed. He's a tier 6, I'm a tier 4, he's got a very good rate of fire. I'm not going to be able to outrun him, and the game ends for me. But I think I've performed respectably in that game. It was a tier 6 game, so I'm not too bad with how I've done. So the game ends in a defeat, but I'm quite surprised to see I actually came top. Highest reputation on the losing team, which kind of surprised me a little bit. I didn't think I'd actually done a great deal, but I think the rest of the team made me look good, and quite a few of them didn't even get to 1,000 damage. So, well, I'll take that. I mean, I thought I did okay, but it wasn't brilliant. But there we go. With a little bit of hard work, you can actually come top once in a while. It doesn't have to be very often. But yeah, there we go. I hope you enjoyed the videos. If you did, please leave a like or a comment, and I'll catch you on the next one.